And the Grenadines. It's a whole new world out there, reaching new customers and getting products faster. That's what it's all about. Ocean freight rates are skyrocketing, so don't pay more for slower service. It's time to switch to faster, more reliable air cargo service with SkyMax Cargo. Up to 3 flights weekly to and from the USA, Puerto Rico, and the Caribbean islands, providing excellent import, export, and e-commerce solutions to put you ahead of the competition. For special low rates on small packages and air cargo, contact SkyMax today. 784-456-5400. Local agents SwiftPack Interprime Cargo. Call 784-456-5400 to book your shipments today.
WEFM, the clean, fresh sound.
Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
Welcome back, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The time is 9:21, and welcome to our open forum, or Talk to Me If You May, where you call in and we discuss anything that you want to discuss here on WeFM 99.9, the clean, fresh sound. The number to call is 457-9997, and the number to WhatsApp is 457-9997, where you can also place calls. We are live on YouTube and Facebook at WeFM 99SVG. Now, there's something that was trending this week, an incident that happened in Trinidad and Tobago. A teacher was robbed after meeting a man on a gay dating site. So, according to the Trinidadian Daily Express, a school teacher was robbed of his car, cash, and cell phones on Sunday after being lured to East Port of Spain by a man he met on the Grindr dating app. Now, the story says gay Grindr dating app, but if you know what Grindr is, you know what it is. But
I actually don't know it.
You never heard about Grindr?
Uh-uh.
Okay, that's interesting. I guess it was necessary. It felt unnecessary to be, but a similar incident involving an American citizen occurred last year, also in East Port of Spain. Police said that around 3:30 p.m., the 41-year-old victim from Chaguanas.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Chaguanas,
Parked his Toyota Fielder wagon near the police administration building, Edward Street, Port of Spain. He left his wallet with $200 in it and a First Citizens Bank card in the locked vehicle. He then made his way to Prince Street, Port of Spain, where he met the man who he found on app near Fargo's Bar. The man and suspect then walked into the George Street Plannings, where the teacher was approached by 6 men. One of them drew a gun, and the man dealt him several blows about his body. The 6 then robbed him of his car keys, a Samsung cell phone, and told him to leave. The man then went back to Edward Street, but his car was not there. He also called FCB's call center and was told that 6,000 TT had been withdrawn. He then made a report to the Besson Street Police Station. On October 3rd last year, 25-year-old from Queens, New York, told police at around 7:30 p.m. That day, he went to Upper Nelson Street in Port of Spain, where he met the individual he had been talking to for a couple of days, by a group of 5 men. They announced a hold-up and proceeded to beat the victim about the body while demanding that he hand over his valuables. These included an iPhone 13 Pro, cellular phone, US $300, and a bag that contained his US credit and debit cards, as well as the keys to his rental vehicle. The suspects then told the victim to remove all his clothing and ordered him to flee the scene naked, to which the victim complied. The man was then picked up by officers of the Besson Street Police Station, where he was given clothing, following which he made a report. And it begs the question this morning here on Talk to Me, would you try internet dating?
You answer first.
Would I try internet dating? Nah, I don't see myself doing that.
Why not? Please state a reason for your answer. You know how it is when you have
so a lot of people are on Tinder and Plenty of Fish And there's another popular
Plenty
one.
of fish. Yeah, I legit don't know these websites,
Yeah,
huh? These apps.
there's a lot of them. And when you're in the US, when you're in Taiwan as well, they're advertised heavily. So you might just be scrolling through Instagram and see them pop up.
A friend of mine was telling me about one last night, the
Bumble, there's Bumble as well.
Right.
There's a lot of dating sites out there, but I've been to parties, I've been to limes, and I've seen persons create accounts on these apps to troll people or interfere with people, and then I know there are people that are kidnapped behind these apps. There are people that, as we see in the story here, are robbed, jumped behind these apps. So there are success stories, by the way. There are a lot of persons who met their partners through these various dating apps, but for me, nah.
Yeah. All right. So for me, it's also no for me, man. I think that I am so. It's not that I don't trust people, but I am very skeptical about persons who I do not know, as in I've never met before. So I would be very suspicious of anybody. Let's say number one is the name that you is the picture that you put up actually you, right? Not just necessarily a photo of somebody else, but is it also a misrepresentation of how you currently look, right? That is another thing for me. Did the bio information that you put up on this site, is it correct information, or are you trying to make yourself seem like a really good catch because you're trying to, of course, well, I gave the name of one, fishing. Is fishing? Fishers?
Plenty of fish.
Plenty of fish, right? You are out there fishing to get somebody. So of course you're not going to put up the bad things about yourself within your profile, right? Now, yes, there have been success stories behind it in many of these instances, but for me, it's a no. I personally would not go out, or I would not date somebody who it is brand new to me. In terms of I don't know anything about you. I haven't, and even having a conversation online is not enough for me. Even like having a conversation through WhatsApp is not enough for me. I sort of need to know what your background is. I need to know who your associates are, in case I need to do some due diligence. I need to know a bit more of an individual firsthand before going on a date with anybody, and just talking through communication in terms, even if you do a video call. I don't know. I still think that that's being a little bit more imposing in my physical space. So it's a definitely a no for me. And I do have trust issues with regards to my own personal safety. Where let's say we go on this date or whatever happens, of course, I'm not going to go on a date with somebody in an isolated location. It would have to be a public space. But nah, it's a no for me. I know I put the question to a friend last night, and he said he would do it in a bigger country, but he would not do it here in SVG, not within a small society.
That's the same way I felt. If I was to do that, I'm not going to do that here in St. Vincent. Especially Tinder. I'm not going to let nobody in St. Vincent going to see me on Tinder. I ain't doing
Why
that.
is it? Because it might make you look like you're desperate or something, or
no. It's not desperation in a sense. It's what Tinder is known for. But I was speaking with someone and they were telling me that there are people here in St. Vincent using Tinder, but nah. But would you? That is us here on Activating Mornings. What about you, our listeners? Would you try internet dating? Number to call is 457-9997. Also the number to WhatsApp 457-9997. But I do think the argument that you don't know what you're getting is it's kind of rocky, because even if you go out on a date with somebody, you don't know what you're getting. You don't know the person, or you only know what they tell you.
Which is true. But at least still, I'm going to pick up on certain things through conversation, and it might make me realize whether or not I want to have a second date with this individual. Right? You'll pick up on certain things.
Some people be in marriages and don't know people. So.
Fair point. But I think one of the other things that we probably have to maybe go into as well is, why is it that maybe for our generation or the younger generation that they feel that internet dating might be the way to go? Some persons, it's a matter of time constraints, where some persons are so busy with their jobs that they actually don't have the time to go out and socialize and to meet new persons. And I remember, I think we had a discussion here one time, Ari, where we were talking about, where do young people go to meet other young people who are single, right? If you're interested in having a relationship with somebody, where do we go?
Tinder.
But we're not using Tinder, so what we have, Forever Alone?
Hey, you for a while. I'm good.
I do not believe Ari just said that
I
to
am
me
good,
on air.
but no, I don't think anything is actually wrong with the with being on the dating sites. You just have to be very, very careful and try to just make common sense decisions. If you go on a date, meeting, maybe meet for brunch, maybe meet for lunch first before anything else. Think about where it is that you are going, and simple things like that. But I won't tell persons do not use these platforms to date. I won't do that. I won't do that at all.
The most syllabus from what you just tell me. So
Is you say it?
You will carry on the conversation yourself.
You say that we will be. There's no we.
There's no
With
it's
English
just me.
speaking Ireland.
I said
no
we meaning yes, W-U-I. No, O-U-I. Sorry, jeez. Anyhow, right. But anyhow, so back to it. Yeah. So I think that the internet dating, it makes it a little bit more convenient for persons, maybe just to get over that whole aspect of you filtering a person out. Because one of these other things too is that we don't want people wasting our time, right? So the internet dating apps sort of helping. Are we saying we again, or is this just me?
A little different.
I do not want somebody wasting my time, since I'm clearly not speaking for Ari this morning. Right? So this is one of the reasons to why many young persons may find it a little bit easier to go on these dating sites, right? It takes away that maybe in a sense you get to know the person first, and in that it doesn't make it so awkward, I suppose, when you meet in person afterwards, right? I'm listing some of the pros towards internet dating, right? Another thing is that maybe it sort of makes the dating a little bit cheaper as well, right? It could also be the convenience, and I ain't seen anybody who's supposed to be saving money here in a sense where you're being cheap, right? But you get that whole bit of the nervousness of when you meet somebody, you go out on a first date, you ask the mundane questions like, what's your favorite color, what you like to eat, and da-da-da-da-da, you get the mundane questions out of the way. So then when you do meet, you probably have like a decent enough conversation, get to know the person a little bit more, right? Another thing is that one of the pros as well too is if, let's say, there's a distance span, you could possibly meet somebody in a different territory, right? Provided that everything that the person is saying is legit, you get to expand your fishing net in terms of to be able to see who it is out there.
I don't care what is anybody's favorite color. Tell me, what is your tax ID? What is your tax return?
Well, you want to people business in the first date? What's going on with you? Man,
tell me who you vote
you
for last election.
Right
tell me
even,
everything. Tell me everything. I ain't want to know nobody's favorite color.
You're not even trying to get a second date, Harry. I'll be like, why you up in my business
What's
like
your
this?
favorite color? What's your your voting registration number? Tell me these things that matter. I don't care what is your favorite color. But someone says, hey, we buy on eBay, don't we? And that's the interesting thing for persons who would argue that, they don't trust meeting people over social media, but then you trust Amazon, and you trust eBay, you trust Shein, however you want to pronounce it. You trust these places. You could get poisoning from getting clothes from places you don't know. You could get there's so many things that could go wrong ordering stuff from places that you don't know.
Yeah, but remember, a lot of these sites as well, they have where you can, if you have a dispute, you can have your dispute settled, right?
You can have your stuff settled on these
on the dating
sites.
sites. How are you going to have your dispute settled? If somebody put up a profile that was absolutely not who they were,
IP addresses.
No. Well, in terms of the information in their bio, that's not factual.
They can be tracked.
But there's no return policy for wasting my time.
You barely even get an actual return policy. These businesses will tell you, will take you the money off your card ASAP. When it's time to refund you, it's 3 to 5 working days, sometimes weeks, sometimes months.
Oh no, I don't have those issues with places like Amazon and AliExpress, etc. I don't have those issues at all.
Amazon getting scammed. People ordering from Amazon and saying they didn't receive packages and getting back the money and all kind of nonsense. So Amazon have a serious loophole that they need to fix.
But so we looked at the pros of dating apps, but then the cons are as I outlined initially. It's that is what it is that I am seeing there what it is I'm actually getting. And then, you know, sometimes too, this whole thing of connecting a vibe with somebody, because somebody could look really good on paper, right? Their description is really good, they look really good, and then you realize meeting them in person, even having the conversation with them beforehand, you realize that you just do not vibe with this person, you just don't gel with this person, you know? So I don't know, I still prefer to go down the traditional route of I need to know at least where you are, where you come from, who your parents be, in a sense. Maybe not who your parents are, but you know, at least to know that there
You
is
need
a
to know
little
who
bit of
people
a
parents are.
connect. No, but I mean, in the first instance, I ain't going to know.
Nah, boy, I want to know. I want to
Upfront?
know. Who is your mother? Who's your father? Who's your uncle?
You sound
Who's
like
it?
a parent.
Not,
That's what
not
it-
even not no
that's-
parent saying Simmons and the Grenadines. The population is 100,000. I ain't trying to be going out with my cousin.
So this is why fathers always need to disclose who the children are. Just
Hey,
saying.
hey.
Just
That's one
saying.
situation. But what about
Yeah.
persons who don't know how they're related, how this person is? There's some people that are that tend to try to stay away from their family. I know of situations where persons have dated siblings and they weren't aware because their father, when everybody was buying land and all these things, their father doing whatlessness.
The father was populating the country. That's what you would say. You're right.
Whatless behavior.
Yeah, but I mean, to each their own with this particular thing. But I don't know if necessarily it would work in a small island as Vince, where everybody practically
But people
knows
on dating sites,
everybody. No, but are they dating each other here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, people on dating sites.
I knew that back in the day. I remember seeing there was like a one for the Caribbean. I can't remember the name of it now, but there was one for dating or singles in the Caribbean or something to that effect. There was one back in the day. I hopped on it just to look at it, but yeah, I never really paid attention to it. I just went on it to see, you know, what was there. But no, I never did anything else with it. Why are you like this?
I agree with you. You say
You when you agree with me, you never say right. Yeah, but I mean, if you feel safe, but as I said, you kind of just need to be able to do your checks, right? Because it's a scary world out there. In the article that Ari read, you know, the person was lured, they were robbed, and one other person was told to strip down, and they had to run to the police station naked. I finding myself in them kind of situations.
But that could have happened outside of
The dating
outside
app?
of a dating app. That could happen on a regular. You meet somebody, they ask you out. You went to this place and they have you there set up to rob you.
Yeah, I don't know. Boy.
Things
I
like
don't
that
know,
happen
boy.
here in St. Vincent. People set up people to rob them.
Yeah.
You know, I would like one of these days, members of the Royal St. Vincent Grenadines Police Force. Let's go somewhere and really have these conversations.
We have a caller. Caller, good morning.
Morning, caller. It's 2 minutes
Good morning,
remaining in
people.
the segment. Huh?
Morning.
Oh, it's 2 minutes remaining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're
no
answering our
problem.
question, right? You're trying the internet dating.
Yes, I will go directly for that. We're in Trouble Aviation this morning because I'm too excited.
All
But
right.
here what's going on. The dating thing, Ari is correct. He wouldn't date here, but there's a lot of men in the last 9 years. The Barbados is one of the prime examples. Men are dating women online. Ghana is one. Because it's West Africa, Ghana, Cameroon. They wouldn't trouble South Africa and Nigeria because them is gangsters, right? No, they will go for Ghana, Cameroon, and they will go for the Philippines. You have to understand, especially the Philippines, these women are very, very loyal. Now, if you look at Mr. Randy here in St. Vincent, you notice that the Filipino lady take over and she does run things. It's the same in Barbados. The small businessmen bringing in the Filipino women and them, paying for them to come in, marry them, and put them in the business. And they have no worries.
What do you mean these South Africans gangsters? What do you mean by that?
Okay, I don't mean the Zulu and them, but the wider thing of South Africa, where the ladies are concerned down there. It's a different zone compared to here. South Africa is a money country. So if you go down there, the first thing some of the ladies, the colors and things will check for is if you have a little money or where you're driving and them kind of things. Because believe it or not, South Africa is actually a superpower in the world, but they never took them. Yeah, go ahead.
Have you dated South Africans, or this is just secondhand information?
No, well, I started living in South Africa from 1994.
Okay.
The first date I dated was a Zulu lady from South Africa. But obviously, history, we never really made it, but we lived together for a little while. You understand? And that's
Right.
how I learned the whole system.
You feel like the culture
Go
changing?
ahead.
Because I've dated South Africans and I never got that from them.
Okay. Is it a South African living outside of South Africa?
Yeah, I've never been to South Africa.
Oh, right. Well, then you'll get a little cultural difference because remember, you have the brown skinned people, which is considered colored.
Oh no,
And you have the dark skin.
I never dated those. You know what I mean? I never dated those South Africans, and I know you know what I mean.
Okay.
I never,
Okay.
the,
All right, well,
the
fill me in
Africans.
because
I never.
fill me in because I'm trying to figure out what is the differentiation.
There's a big difference in South Africa with so many people living
Right.
there. Huge difference. Post apartheid.
Well, here, yes, I can tell you that. And there is more women than men in South Africa. That is why you have a ratio of 5 to 6 women to 1 man. I think Brazil is a little bit more. So that's how the thing down here they works. Now the internet dating, a good gentleman had asked me to help him one time because he said he couldn't speak some language or the other, so I had to go and help him. I said, okay, the first thing you do, get does the lady have the ID? Make sure she put up her ID. He said he has to send money to help her with her passport. I said, only send $100 only. That's what you can afford to lose. He sent the money. The girl did everything that she told he asked her to do, and she made requests and certain things online. He then started to send money from his debit and credit card into her account. And she's living in Barbados with him. But the other man, no.
This most like a male or the bride, not necessarily just the internet dating.
But hold on,
Well, they have to-
I don't mean to cut you, but we had to put a pause here, and because it's 9:42 and we need to do the community dateline.
Good.
So
but
I don't know.
all it does bring some nice, interesting programs. So we could talk another time.
Wait, you want him to call
Yeah.
back? That's what you're
Yeah,
saying?
so you
call
could call back.
Call back after community dateline.
No problem. No
All right,
problem. Great.
thanks.
All right, so right now it is 8:42 and we're gonna make way for community dateline.
WEFM, the new fresh sound.
The Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force wishes to inform the public that the landline for the Chateaubriand Police Station is currently unavailable due to technical difficulties. Our technicians and Flo are actively working to restore the service as quickly as possible. During this period, we kindly request that members of the public direct all communications to the following numbers: Police Control 7844571211 and Police Emergency 999. These lines will remain open for all inquiries and emergency calls until the Chateaubriand Police Station landline is back in operation. We apologize for any inconvenience this may cause and thank the public for their understanding and cooperation during this time. The St. Vincent and the Grenadines Red Cross Society, in collaboration with the National Emergency Management Organization, NEMO, and the United States Agency for International Development, USAID, through its Bureau for Humanitarian Assistance, the BHA, invites residents of Atley Hall and surrounding areas to, so this has already gone, my apologies. Applications are being invited for the postgraduate diploma in secondary education. This program is being offered by the University of the West Indies, Cayfield campus through the Division of Teacher Education. The diploma in secondary education is an in-service program for secondary school teachers who hold a first degree but have not been exposed to formal teacher training. By providing exposure to diverse experiences and methodologies, the program aims to equip teachers with necessary skills and knowledge to excel in the classroom amidst evolving global, regional, and school environments. The deadline for submission of applications is June 30th, 2024. The program begins on July 15th, 2024. Interested persons should visit cayfield.ue.edu for more information. That has been your community dateline for today, Thursday, April 25th, 2024.
Death is a fact of life. Even though death is a fact of life, that doesn't make it any easier. When dealing with the loss of a loved one, you may try to be strong, but it's really hard sometimes. But that's just when the experience of the staff at New Haven Funeral Home can demonstrate their compassion and help to guide your family through the difficult time. So in your time of loss, call the New Haven Funeral Home at 457-1830 or 458-1467 or email newhavenfuneralhome@gmail.com. New Haven Funeral Home, SVG's preferred funeral home.
Your vision is our mission at Quartz Optical. Get 30% off frames and lenses, plus free eye test for all throughout Healthy Vision Month. Get that frame today and pay later with Quartz Ready Finance. Book your free eye examination appointment online today on www.quartzoptical.com. Your sight is our mission. Only at Quartz Optical. Value you can see. Special conditions apply.
For over 20 years, Cubano Limited professionally delivers top quality products and exceptional service. Located in Stan Hill in Kingstown, we are open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. We supply animal feed, dog and cat food, animal supplements, a wide range of floral supplies, nursery pots, ground cover and shade cloth, and much more. We also stock a wide range of motor vehicle supplies, including automotive oils, filters for all vehicles, engine coolants, and much more. Email us today at cubano_1@hotmail.com or call us today 451-2911 or 493-7175. Cubano Limited, professional, top quality, and exceptional service.
WEFM, the new fresh sound.
Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
Welcome back, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It is 9:47, and this is our open forum being continued into our sign out this morning. We're having a very interesting conversation with that caller. But you know, it's funny, he always mentions the ratio in South Africa or in certain African countries. And you know, it's a serious thing. And the Brazilian one as well. It's always interesting to know these things.
What about the ratio? All right.
There are more women than men, so it's easier for men to find women in those countries.
There are more women than men?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
welcome back, caller.
Yes, go ahead. You can shoot your questions.
Oh, no, I think you were finishing up something.
Yeah, you were making a point.
Yeah, when I told you that there was a difference between, I think what you're saying, it sounded more like a mail order bride, as opposed to just general internet dating.
Yeah, the internet dating sites, when you go on them, I think one of the guys was telling me is once you start to go into Africa and those places looking for a friend, obviously you make friends, but money obviously comes into the situation because those countries, some of them are less economic, well, you could say poor countries, right? And you'll have differences with the ladies who are the ladies that you're courting, and differences like that. However, as you said, mail order bride. I never really come across that one though, but I wouldn't look at it as that because they have to make friends first and then everything goes on from there. So this is what I've seen so far. Now, what are you meaning when you say mail order bride?
All right, so there's a thing, I'm not sure if it still happens, but there's a thing where you are sending money with the hopes of this person becoming your future wife. So it's almost like you're selecting this person to become your future wife, but you're sending money, you're making the preparations for them to come and meet you.
Yes, correct. That is exactly how it goes. I've seen this in players who are saying in Barbados, a lot of men, they take a lot of the Ghanaian and the Cameroon women, but it's more Ghanaian women. And they get online, they start a friendship, and then all of a sudden the monies have to be sent over because the ticket prices are quite high. But some of the men do get tricked because if you have to come from Ghana to Barbados, the plane has to stop in London. Some of the girls take the money, and when they get in London, Mr. Man waiting in Barbados Grantley Adams Airport, no girl arrive off the plane. She got off in London and gone her way. Things like that do happen. Things that's
Never mind. Let me start online dating. Need some new tires, boy.
But this is how a lot of men get tricked as well. And so I've looked at several documentaries with this as well too. And I think it's just so sad because what country was it, boy? I can't remember. It was one of these countries where it's older women who actually go to. I think it's an African country in truth.
Where's the country? Research purposes.
Gabon.
Gabon. How is that spelled? Just for my personal research purposes.
I can't remember. It's one of these.
Gabon. Okay.
There is, So, but what it is that these women are actually, but they're older women. These women are actually looking for love.
Okay.
But they end up being scammed so much because, and I think sometimes if you just stop and think, right? You have to ask yourself, is this person really attracted to me? Because if you see houses that these persons have built, if you see the money that they're passing on to family members, and where it is that I think the real conversation is, are persons going to do anything to possibly find love?
Gabon looking real beautiful this time of year, boy. The waterfalls, beaches. It's looking quite nice.
So y'all now getting into the real thing. Now, the English population, right? Especially the white population, the older women, they are accustomed coming to the region, especially here in the Caribbean. Again, don't mind say quoting Barbados, but I have to refer to Barbados because of a lot of different things. They do come down to Barbados and they come down for fun. They come down looking for a husband. Sometimes you see, let's take it on a simple jet ski man on the beach. Sometimes you come, where Smokey? Boy, Smokey pick up a lady last week, Smokey in England. Look, Smokey there on WhatsApp. Smokey in the woman house,
Even in Jamaica, now, the lady take him as well, too.
Yes, but the thing of it is, some of them make it work and some don't because the older ladies know their passion. So sometimes when you come to BIM and you see a man with 3 and 4 jet skis, when you do find out where he get the jet ski from, is some lady in England or Canada that he met on the beach, took him up there and decide, well, she will invest in him. And some of them do return the investments.
For research purposes, which beaches in Barbados?
Hold on, let me make this song. Yes, we make it. Ahem. Go ahead. Let me hear you now.
I need to know this as a journalist. What are the beaches and what places they come on? Would a man find these women that are paying for these things?
I can't believe
I need the research. We need to discuss it. It's a serious issue.
Look, I will tell you something here. You see that
one bombastic side eye. Go ahead.
you see that little Union Island there? Let me tell you how the
Union Island as well. Gabon, Barbados, Union Island.
And you do have the exotic look area. I would say that. You have the dreads and everything, a little tall, you just might get through.
Thanks for the salary, Roleza.
She's making your style.
Island, right? Thank you very much, Roleza.
Listen, call it. Good. You have a half a minute to wrap up, please.
Okay. Backtracking on your conversation last Sunday. It was a good one, and I don't know which constituencies the two of you going to run in, but I'm voting for all 2 of you. All right, have a good day.
All right, take care. We take that up another day, okay?
No.
All right.
No.
Yeah. So to wrap it up, so yes, as I did say, I suppose it's in this modern era, the mail order bride thing I know that used to happen back in the day, right? I don't know if it still exists, but I suppose have persons over the years been using different methods to find long-term love. Because even back in the day as well, too, you used to have these ads in the newspapers. I don't know if it was in our local newspapers, but I remember that these wanted ads in American newspapers were seeking love. Right? Person seeking love, and they put the description. So it has changed over time, and it's just that the internet makes it a lot easier for us to do so. But people try the different methods to find love.
It's interesting. But so about that time, we'll make way for our news in brief this morning. So I want to say thanks everyone for another interesting and interactive program here on Activated Mornings. Rajiv, they'll put in with vacation days, bro. We go into Gabon.
Why you hoping, Rajiv into
Rajiv
this.
is in it with me. We in it to win it. Rajiv.
Do not rope
Gabon.
Rajiv into this.
Gabon. We going to Gabon. I don't know who else to rope in.
You want to call him?
I want to
Try
call him.
Go break and call him. All right.
But yeah, this is Ari signing out. We'll see you tomorrow, where we will have activated mornings on Friday from 6.
Look at this
to
off post
7.
coming through on the WhatsApp.
See?
Look at this
You
off
see?
post.
You
Boy,
see?
I trying to pull up, pick up for you.
No, we going to Gabon.
All right, it's Roleza signing out. So goodbye as well to Anne. Have a good one. And everybody be safe.